All right, this is Chapter 5, Lesson 1. We're talking about ratios here. So a ratio is a comparison between two quantities, or two numbers. We can write them in several different ways. We can say 3 to 6. We can say it as 3 colon 6. Or we can say it as 3 over 6. When we write them in this way, we have to simplify as well. So make sure that when you are going through this, you are simplifying your fractions at the end. So example 1, it says express the ratio 10 roses out of 12 flowers as a fraction in simplest form and explain its meaning. 10 roses out of 12 flowers. So 10 roses out of 12 flowers. There's a common factor of 2 here, so if I divide by 2, 10 divided by 2 is 5, 12 divided by 2 is 6. Keeping the units here will allow me to explain its meaning easier, which means out of 6 flowers, five are roses. Example 2, it says a store found, excuse me, that 25 out of 35 people shopping there were men. Express this ratio as a fraction in its simplest form. Explain its meaning. So again, 25 men out of 35 total customers. There's a common factor of 5 here. So if I divide both the numerator and the denominator by 5, 25 divided by 5 is 5 men. And 35 customers divided by 5 is going to be 7 customers. So this could be out of 7 customers, 5 are men. Make sure that you are using your simplification correctly. You need to make sure that you are simplifying. And make sure that when you are done, you explain its meaning. That's going to be half the points on any kind of question on an assessment. Make sure that you are explaining its meaning. Last part of this lesson, we're talking about ratios with measurement. There is a very, very important thing to remember when we are talking about ratios with measurement. All units must be the same. What we like to do is we want to keep the small unit and convert the larger unit. So for example, in example 3, it says express the ratio 21 inches to 2 yards as a fraction in simplest form. Inches are smaller than yards. So I'm going to keep the inches. Two yards. That one's a little bit more difficult to do. There are 3 feet per yard, so 2 yards would be 6 feet. There are 12 inches per foot, so 6 feet would be 72 inches. The next thing we want to do is we want to express this fraction in simplest form. So I have 21 inches to 72 inches. Now the cool thing in this case is because the units are the same, those units don't have to be there. So this fraction is simply 21 over 72. There's a common factor of 3. So if I do 21 divided by 3, I get 7. I get 72 divided by 3. I will get 24. So when I simplify 21 inches to 2 yards, I get it all the way down to 7 over 24. And that is the fraction in simplest form with the ratio of 21 inches to 2 yards. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, this is the end of the lesson.